What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on? Okay, it is almost 12:30 at night. All right, or I should say 12:30 in the morning, bitch. Okay, but you know a show got to be good for me to come on at this late hour with all this energy. Okay, and I am actually tired. But baby, I'm finna be reviewing Queens, okay? Now, I was watching it and I told y'all I'm gonna review it and I'm gonna keep my words, okay? And I'm just watching it to see how it's gonna go. But, baby, after this first episode, I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I liked it. I don't care what nobody say. I liked it, okay? It gave me all the feels. For some reason, it gave me the feel of Empire because of the music aspect of it, but a little bit better, okay? Like. Yeah, I liked it. I liked this first episode, and then it was some gay shit up in there, and I was like, so okay, I like the lesbian stuff. Whatever. Listen, gay people here, we ain't going nowhere. Representation is all up in this bitch, okay? But let's just get up into this episode. Queens, okay? It's a new show on AB7, ABC. Well, 7 over here, but ABC, and basically. This first episode is called 1999 because we getting a little history. We going back, when they had this rap group called Nasty Bitches, okay? Now, truth be told, I'm thinking like back in the gap, I was a kid back in the 90s or whatever, I was born in 87, 99, I was 10, like 12. I was 12 years old in 99, okay? So I'm sitting here thinking like, did they really have like explicit names like that, nasty bitches, okay? And I'm just like, I don't think that would happen. You know what I'm saying? It was some explicit stuff that was going on, but I don't ever think that it was really that kind of type of names out there. But we gonna let that slide. We gonna let that slide because when I heard that, I said, now why they gotta be named that? Okay, it ain't black women's or whatever. Why they gotta be named nasty bitches? But we gonna let that slide. So the group consists of 4 rappers, all right? We got, Professor Sex, aka Brianna, okay? And then we get Valeria, aka Butter Pecan, okay? And then we get Jill, aka The Thrill, and then we get Naomi, aka I think it's Explicit Lyrics, okay? Girl, let me just tell you something. I like everybody on the cast. I like everybody on the cast at this point because y'all sold that shit for me, all right? Y'all really did. So we gonna go back, okay? So the episode started off in 1999 with their biggest hit. Girl, I don't know what it's called, but they was out there on the boat, okay? And they was doing it. Boom, boom, go to 90 to 99. Okay, they was doing they shit. They was doing they shit, all right? It was cute for people that don't really do that, at least for a couple of people that don't really do that. Let me tell you something. Notori Nodden, she got up into her little Kim bag, okay? She got up into her little Kim bag. I was sitting here like, she giving me something. What is she giving me? Bitch, she giving me when she was playing Lil' Kim on Notorious B.I.G. That's what she was giving me. And I was like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, bitch. Okay? But anyway, so we get up into the episode after the video play. Next thing you know, I like the fact that they was playing parts of the video with each person's rap, okay? And then we're going back to the present and seeing what their current life is. So the first verse we get Professor Sex, aka Miss Brianna. In real life, she's Brianna, played by E, and she out here with 4, what she say, she had 5 kids, okay? And the husband, she doing all this stuff. She doing the little girl's hair. She's getting the kids together. And then here comes the husband. Baby, Tariq from Sister, he ain't been shit for a minute, okay? He is always playing a ain't shit nigga. All right, he was the husband on First Wives Club that's on BET streaming, BET Plus, and he cheated on his wife then, bitch. Okay, but I'm jumping ahead. So basically, what wind up happening is we get them, okay, and she getting everybody ready. He comes down the steps and he's a professor or whatever, and apparently like the reason why he hasn't been waking up on time and all this stuff, and she feel like she getting all the responsibilities is because he is having these consistent migraines that are basically debilitating. It's even affecting the way that he works, to the point that at one point he had to take off a whole semester. And he was like, I can't keep taking off a whole semester. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to the doctor to get some tests and, all them scans or whatever to see what's going on. Meanwhile, we get the next verse. Jill the Thrill, okay? Girl, we see Jill. Miss Jill, she doing her thing on the boat and all that shit. Next thing you know, in the present day, we see Miss Jill up in the confessional. I said, Usher, these are my confessions. What you trying to say, girl? She was like, listen, I love my husband or whatever, but at the end of the day, I love the Lord, but I just got to confess that I am cheating on him, okay? And I'm not really in love with him. I mean, I love him, but I ain't in love with him, but I'm cheating on him, and he want to have a baby, but I don't know about that. And, the person that I'm cheating on, it's and then at that point when she said, it's I can't say it. And she ran up out of there. I was like, bitch, she fucking a bitch. You fucking a bitch, girl. I said, yes. Okay. But anyway, moving on from that, because Notoria pop out a titty in a minute. But anyway. We see her up in the she at her crib or whatever with her husband, and he all talking about, because she was in the bathroom, okay? She was in the bathroom doing her little fertility check. Is she ovulating and all this stuff? Is this the fertile day or not? And then the thing came back saying, yes, bitch, you can go ahead and get it in, and you might just get pregnant at this time. She came out there and told her husband, oh, no, it's not going to happen right now. He was like, I mean, it's okay. It's okay with God's timing, okay? Whatever the Lord wants. I said, oh, so you one of those. Y'all one of those churchy people. Okay, that's what we're doing. Moving on from that, all of a sudden we get Butter Pecan, okay? And that's Miss Valeria in real life. She done went on, she on this new talk show. Well, she on this talk show called The Shade. I said, The Real? The View? The Talk? No, it's The Real. It's The Real, okay? That's what it is. But, because it's closer, The Shade, y'all get it, okay? But at this point, she trying to negotiate her contract, okay? She was supposed to be talking about one particular story, but she got booted off for talking about that to be talking about something that's lesser, okay? And it was a spit in the face, to be quite honest. So they gave it to the white girl, okay, to interview this person that I guess it was like a politician, okay? And so what she wound up doing is putting something up in her drink, okay? And Miss Girl get up there and she talking. It was like a truth serum. So she just saying all this stuff, how she feel, about, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Yeah, these niggas be ignorant and all this stuff. I was waiting for her to say the N-word on the camera, but she didn't. But she probably did, and we just didn't see it, okay? And so, of course, this is a big controversy. Now she get booted from her seat, so now Valeria can get the seat, and she can get that pay grades that she been trying to get, negotiate her contract and all this stuff. We thinking everything all good with Miss Valeria, okay? She thinking it too. I said, wait till that shoe drop, because I know something gonna happen. Meanwhile, we get to explicit lyrics, aka Naomi, played by Miss Brandy. Bitch, Brandy started the goddamn show off singing. And I said, so are you a rapper? Are you a singer? And then I was just like, you know what? Brand new up in this bitch. Okay, come on, B Rocker. Girl, y'all know how I feel about Brandy. I don't hate that lady, okay? I actually do like her. And I do prefer her more when she acting. And let me just tell you this. Brandy motherfucking did that. Brandy motherfucking did that, okay? I said, listen, come through, Brandy. No, I'm gonna call you B Rocker. Okay, that's what your name is on here. You was B Rocker. And the only critique that I did have, and it's probably a little petty, so don't come for me, but she had her little braids up in her head or whatever. Them little baby hairs that was, I said, girl, that is bothering me. And I'm saying, you know what? On the one hand, it's bothering me. But on the other hand, I'm glad that you do that. Because I hate when I see people that be braiding all the way, all your baby hair and your edges off. I hate that shit. So I'm going to let you slide with that because you did such a good job in this first episode. Like, it was natural to her. That's how it came, okay? And so, she's sitting at this little hole in the wall bar or whatever, and she's singing this acoustic guitar, and you got, she playing the guitar, she's singing, and it sounds so good. It sounded so good. I said, okay, flex them vocals, bitch. She was like, they say they call me the vocal Bibles, and I'm trying to convince you why. I said, girl, you ain't got to do all that because you won't. But you sound great. Okay, you sounded really good. And then you got these fools, these two little young fools, talk about some, oh, this is boring. I'm sleep. Okay, aren't you that bitch from? Aren't you that girl from Nasty Bitches? And she was like, huh? Bitch got up and she took the mic and she started spitting her verse or whatever. Mind you, she had the best verse on the whole song, okay? She had the best verse on the song. I ain't even gonna lie. And, she dropped the mic like this. And I said, girl, what was the point? What was the point, okay? So later on, we see that, okay? Then we get a little history of Nasty Bitches, okay? Mind you, they only came out with one album, I believe. And that video that we saw was probably one of their biggest videos. They got all this money and all this stuff or whatever. We saw their, producer, or not producer, but manager in the video named B-Rock, a.k.a. Eric, okay? Now, what happened was, they amassed all this success. We saw the fake ass 106 in Park that they was on. We saw the MTV Cribs that they was on. They was on all the channels and everything. And they was at the height of their success, okay? And everything started crumbling down because Naomi came up out there and was like, shit is over, okay? Because on the set of the video, we saw at the end, Naomi and Eric, aka B-Rock, the manager, girl, they was kissing. They was all up on each other. I said, oh, so y'all together. I said, see, that's what we don't do. And y'all fall into the pitfalls of this all the time in these groups. Don't date the manager, okay? None of the people in the group date the manager because then they gonna be thinking it's favoritism and all of that shit. We don't need no problems like that, okay? We done seen too many groups fall because of a nigga, all right? We don't need that shit to happen. Moving on from that, she coming out the concert and she getting up in the car. They was like, did you mean it that it's so, does this mean that Nasty Bitches is over with? We're done forever. I said, what happened? 20 years later. All of this is 20 years after all of that happened. Meanwhile, we go back to Brianna, her husband was trying to, soften her up and trying to like, get her in the mood and want to do some sex or whatever. And, she was like, she turned herself, you professor sex, and now she's so demure and, oh, I'm a housewife and, oh, I got kids and I can't do that. I'm all sweatpants out or whatever. I said, girl, throw on a little bit of... Put you on some Fenty Savage for a minute, okay? You can be all of that, but you ain't have to lose all of your sex. I mean, you got 5 kids. She said after 5 kids, I just can't do it no more, all right? Shit just dried up because every time you do something, I might get pregnant. I just don't want to do it. I said, I think that's what it was. Meanwhile, she go to the store, okay, and she coming out. We see this couple all up on her car just making out and everything. I said, first of all, that's rude. That is rude, okay? She was like, excuse me. And I said, girl, use your big voice, okay? Use your big girl voice. Fuck that polite shit. Get the fuck off my car. That's what you need to do. But no, she bleeped it, boop, boop. And they was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And it was like, oh my God, you one of them bitches from the Nasty Bitches, okay? And it was like... No, he ain't say nasty bitch. He said TLC. And then the girl said, she can't be no TLC. TLC ain't finna be out here in no raggedy ass, stain-filled ass sweatsuit or whatever. I said, what the fuck? People can be so rude to your face. I said, you ain't have to do that to that girl like that. Meanwhile, after that, she come home, right? And she getting herself together. After that moment, that was like a little humbling moment. Like, damn, I need to fix myself up a little bit. So she go upstairs, fix her little hair, put her little lingerie on. She was like, okay, because she went to the store and brought it, And so all of a sudden, she hears some stuff going on as she go to the house, right? Go up in the house, and she hears some stuff. And you hear the husband just like moaning or something. And I thought he was picking up something or whatever. And, you hear another bitch, okay? And at this point, she busts up into the room. He is a professor and he is fucking one of his students. And he been fucking one of the students. And then she said, bitch, you fucking a white bitch. Fuck the fact fact that it's a student. No, you messing around with a white girl, okay? And she gonna put out there that they been doing this, and she was like, I'm the one that convinced, he convinced me to wear condoms because I'm not into the condoms, but I do it every time we do. I said, oh my God, and then he tried to make it seem like, I'm sorry, say something. And see, at this point, I was like, go at him, beat that bitch ass. I said, no, don't beat her ass. But then again, do it because that bitch disrespectful as fuck because you know that he married too. But you go at him. Girl, she ain't do shit like that. I said, girl, what? Now the Eve I know in real life probably would have cut somebody, okay? What's going on? I said, that's what you just gonna do? You just gonna let that fly? Meanwhile, we got Jill ass. She at home and this girl come up in there and they talking or whatever. And I'm getting the vibes. I said, first of all, when I seen the girl come in, she was real butch. Like, I was like, ooh, girl, you fucking her. You fucking her. Girl, next thing you know, they kissing and shit. I said, oh, yes. And she was like, no, girl, I can't do this, okay? She was like, you gonna have to tell him. No, I can't tell him right now. Like, I wanted to, but I can't. Listen, I am lesbian and I am a Catholic at the same time, and I come from a deacon, pastor father and all this stuff. I said, girl, who cares? Fuck all that. Live your truth, okay? Mama said, listen, I'm out the closet. I don't need to be forced back in the closet. I done went through this process already, and if you can't do it, oh, the fuck well. I said, oh, now see, this is why I had this question, would I date somebody in the closet? Listen, I date a celebrity in the closet, okay? Or a semi-celebrity. You know what I'm saying? I'll be a little secret or whatever. We ain't got to go public. I don't want all that attention no goddamn way, okay? Girl, keep me in the goddamn background. Just love me, okay? Let me do what I do to make you feel good, and you do what you do to make me feel good, bitch. Other than that, if it was some regular people, bitch, we out and we playing in the open. We twirling, okay? We twirling, bitch, we here, okay? I know y'all like, girl, that ain't right, but hey, it is what it is. Don't try to, come for the way that I'm thinking right about now. Don't do that, okay? Because some of y'all will be doing shit for less. I'm just saying. Moving on from that, okay? Miss Valeria, she got caught up, okay? Before all of this, she done got her ass caught up with the fucking shade because they done found out that she the one that switched the cups after she done put the stuff up in there, okay? And, she actually outed herself, all right? She the one that said, so you think that I put some truth serum stuff up in her stuff and she went on ahead and said some racist stuff? That was like, girl, we see you switching the cups, but bitch, we didn't say nothing about all that. You just put it all out there. So she done got her ass fired. Now, before this, we also see Explicit going over there to her mother's house after a year and to see her daughter, JoJo, who birthday it is, and she was giving her a gift or whatever, and JoJo just read her to right. Like, listen, at the end of the day, I don't need you to come up in here because you do this all the time. They try to make it seem like she was a deadbeat mom, okay? She don't know who her daddy is. But you coming in and out of my life whenever it is that you want and it's convenient for you. You always on the road. Girl, goodbye, okay? Now, prior to this, Eve got pissed off at her husband while they were sitting at the table and all that stuff, and she come running out, and she get in the car and she turns the car on and the radio was playing and Nasty Bitches, their song is playing. And she called Jill. She was like, girl, pick up the phone. Do you turn the radio on? Turn the radio on. So they hearing this. And because of this song being played on the radio, all of a sudden, it's this resurgence in interest in the Nasty Bitches. And they trying to figure out, where did they go? Okay, whatever happened to them? And B-Rock, a.k.a. Eric, he didn't come through and he was like, yo, y'all come together. We got this thing. This new artist named Lil Muffin, she got this song, and they want you to perform with her at the BET Awards because I guess she was probably sampling one of their songs or whatever. And so, this the BET Hip Hop Awards. You gotta come through. So they go down to the LA and they meeting up for the first time in a minute. Everybody is all welcoming to everybody. You got Brianna, you got Jill, you got Naomi. But when Valeria come there, mind you, she had a conversation with Eric and they was like, you need to do this because at this point, we kind of owe them an apology, especially you, because come to find out, the reason why the group broke up was because of Valeria. Valeria stole Naomi man, a.k.a. Eric. That's all that it was, okay? I said, over a nigga. I told y'all, don't ever do it, all right? So when she get up in there, as soon as Naomi saw her, Naomi said, bitch, boom, okay, bust her shit open and all that stuff. And Valeria, she just got all up in her chest, and she was very haughty with it or whatever, and narcissistic and egotistical, like, bitch, I'm that bitch. I don't need all this stuff. Y'all just mad because my career went further and I don't need this shit, and I'm actually famous for this and famous for that. you know, and you still out here struggling, trying to reach for success that you ain't got. And she said, bitch, you got this shit off of my coattail and off of my talent. I said, I know that's right, Naomi. Read her the rights, okay? And at this point, Valeria was like, fuck this. I don't need this shit. But then when her ass got fired, that bitch come rolling back saying, yeah, I can do this. I said, oh, so now that we need a job and you need some visibility to stay up in the spotlight, let's do this, okay? So it was a change of tune. They sit down at the table, they talking or whatever. They go ahead and apologize. Yeah, I shouldn't have did this and I shouldn't have did that. Mind you, we get a little glimpse of Naomi talking to Eric about their issues. Maybe they were together, but it didn't work out, okay? Because Valeria came up in there and took him from her, okay? And I was like, that's messed up. That's messed up, And so they still wound up doing it that night. And I said, Naomi, we don't go back. We don't go back. We progress, okay? Because then later when they found out that they were going to go ahead and do the group, Eric come down there and Valeria all up on him like that's her man. I said, girl, you just did her the other night and you finna do the other girl that caused this rift in the first place. And at this point, Naomi just paid the dust. And I said, that's good. That's good. Meanwhile, we get this little muffin chick, okay? She a rip off little Nicki Minaj, okay? That's all I was getting. Especially when they was at the B&T ward at the end. And she had that wig on. I said, Nicki wore a wig like that or something similar, okay? Back in her early days when she was really trying to get out there, like when she was gaining momentum. I said, I remember that shit. So, okay, we gonna let that slide. But, she was being a little rude. I don't know what the fuck the bitch was singing. It was talking in another language, okay? I said, now, I know some slang. And I know some Ebonics, okay? But girl, I was with them. I said, girl, put some subtitles up there in a translator because I ain't get with that. All right. And her manager was rude as shit, okay? Meanwhile, they trying to practice and all this stuff and get through the whole thing. And Jill was talking to her. And, she finally really got to know who Lil Muffin is because at one point she went to the bathroom after they was doing rehearsal. Let me tell you something. They did that little freestyle. They went up in the little cypher and they was going through and everything. I said, all right, they sound good as shit. And then Eve really went off, okay? Or I should say Brianna, she really went off because of her husband that was, going through some shit or whatever after that whole experience. And everybody got quiet when it got to her because he popped up. And they was like, say whatever the fuck you gotta say. They know what's going on. What's up? And he was like, I need you to come home because it's cancer. It's a brain tumor. I said, oh shit. And of course they had this little conversation where it was like, you know what? As soon as I want to be pissed off, I ain't even get a chance to be pissed off at you because all of a sudden here you go with a brain tumor or whatever. And I said, listen, it wouldn't have been me. I gave you 5 kids. I put my career on hold because of you. And then you want to cheat on me multiple times. And now you want to, girl, you just sick. Okay, that's all that it is. When you in your feelings and you pissing, you hurt. It's just that, girl, don't come to me and try to ask me for help or whatever. No, you done hurt me, so let yourself sit in that shit. This motherfucker said, so I was doing some research by looking at Grey's Anatomy, and maybe what's going on is the brain tumor was there all these years or whatever, and that's the reason why it was making me actually do the cheating and stuff. I said, the fact that he used Grey's Anatomy as a reference point, I said, no, see, that's when I knew the bullshit was coming, and I tuned it out. I said, Eve, let that nigga go, okay? She said, you know what? Because he was like, yell at me, scream at me, do something. Girl, she said, you know what? I'm going to be here to let you get well so I can divorce your ass. I said, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that. So after that, we see Jill, like I said, she was in the bathroom and Lil Muffin was up in there, crying or whatever. And, she had to give little mama a little life lesson. Don't let this industry eat you up. Find out who you really are, okay? Because they see how the manager was acting. The manager was rude as shit to them already, okay? And I just didn't like the way that it was a white man that was controlling this girl, and he was basically, looking down on her and acting like, the girl works for him, okay? No, you work for her. So if she wants to do, you should be looking out for her best interest, okay? At this point, the girl, after she connects with Jill, and she even told her real name, Lauren, and all that stuff, because at first she was like, I don't even know who y'all old bitches are. But now she connecting with Jill and getting to know another side of her. She invited Jill to come over to the crib. Mind you, Jill used to do that stuff. Okay, she used to do cocaine all the time. Okay, I'm surprised her nose still up intact. And Miss Lauren took out some little drugs, and she was like, "Girl, you want some?" She was like, "No," and she was kept on holding on. She was holding close to the cross. Okay, I said, "Resist temptation, mama. Resist temptation. We don't need no relapse." Okay, and so at this point, she and the whole crew, they went over there to Jill, to Lauren's house, just opened up the door. It was like, "Damn, bitch, you've been living out there in Montana too long for you to just be walking up in people's houses like this." I said the same thing. I said, first of all, we don't lock doors out here, and we celebrities. This why these celebrities be getting their houses broken in, okay? Because y'all don't be locking doors, all right? Meanwhile, moving on from that, they music playing, ain't nobody else in the house or whatever. They trying to figure out where the little girl at. Girl, they come into the room. We hear Jill screaming. Oh, girl that had overdose. Now, at this point, I thought she was dead because mama ass wasn't moving at all. Mama wasn't moving. Them ass was open like this. Blood was coming out of nose and everything. I said, "Mama gone. Oh my God." But they got her to the hospital, okay? And when they get her to the hospital, the managers come up in there, and her manager was more concerned about the fact that they got her into a county, a kind of like a public county hospital, okay? Which was the nearest hospital that they could take her at that time because she had over fucking dose. You're not even worried about the fact if she's okay or not. She got this to do. Okay, come on, because we don't want this image to be put out there. We don't want nobody to pick up on this. Come on, get your stuff so we can get up out of here. Jill was like, "No, bitch. Let her sit here and rest and get her shit together. What are you talking about?" Okay? And he was like, "Listen, first of all, at this point, you off the tour, so don't nobody, you ain't performing with her, so don't you even worry about, and don't nobody even know y'all no more, okay? And if it wasn't for her, wouldn't nobody be even interested in y'all asses." And he said some other rude shit to the point that Jill just went on ahead and punched his ass, okay? And so now they're no longer performing at the BET Hip Hop Awards. I said, "Darn it," okay? But they had to tell because Brianna wasn't there, so they had to tell Brianna what was up, right? They told Brianna what was up. They was like, "Damn, you hear him? That's kind of messed up now that we ain't going to be performing that." It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, Lil Muffin popped up and she was like, "Listen, I just want to let you know, thank you for what you did or whatever. And I'm still going to be performing at the BET Awards, and I want y'all to perform too. And if y'all don't perform, I'm not performing. So whatever I say goes." And they was like, "Okay, bitch, we going to do this." They was having to decide whether or not they was going to do it or not. Valeria was like, to be quite honest, I was just using this to get back into the, spotlight or whatever after this little scandal. But after we did the little cipher, whatever, it was real. Like, I felt us being together again. And I was like, okay, cool. Because, at one point, Jill and Naomi had went back and forth trading barbs about each other, and at this point, that's when Jill reveals that she gay. Okay, she gay, and cause she came at Naomi about not knowing who her baby daddy is and all of that stuff. But Jill said that she gay or whatever, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's the first time that I ever said it out loud, and it felt so good." And so now they go ahead and they getting ready for the performance, and they do the performance, okay? And Jill really reconstructed her whole verse, and she was looking dead in the camera. Her boo was sitting on the couch looking. She was like, "Oh my God, that's my baby right there." And she basically came out. And she was like, "Yeah, girl loving girl." I said, all right. Imagine she called her husband and told him, "Bitch, it's over." It's over. Okay. But You know, it was a cute episode of opening. That little preview for what's gonna happen next for the going out for the season. It seemed real cute, real interesting, whatever. Brandy, they gonna give Brandy an opportunity to freaking sing each and every time. I feel like it, okay? And she killed it. I didn't expect to, first of all, because Brandy was giving me Cassie. For some reason I was thinking of Cassie from Star, okay? And I'm still mad about Star because bitch, I know Cassie got shot up in the goddamn stomach, but shit, she still possibly could have survived. And we just would never know. We would never know at this point, all right? She was one of my favorite characters on Star when she got on there. I ain't even gonna lie, okay? You know, it is what it is. This was a good opening episode. I loved it. You guys tell me how y'all felt about it. It had its little corny moments, but I could deal with it, and I was here for it. Girl, they asked Brianna, why you still gonna stay with her, with your man or whatever? Because this ain't the Brianna that we knew. You used to date Ja Rule, and you blew up you burnt, torched his Ducati when you found out he was cheating on your ass, and was like, I mean, you got people like Beyonce still staying with Jay, and this person still staying. I said, first of all, don't put Beyonce up in this. Okay, like, you know, you correct. But don't put her up in that category. That shit made me laugh so hard, okay? But the episode was cute. You guys tell me how you felt about it, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Oh, and one more thing. At the very end of the episode, you know, the girls are going on a world tour with Lil Muffin. So that's how the season is going to be playing out. To see the ups and downs of them getting on the tour. I just want to let y'all know that. I'll see y'all later. Bye.